Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers. And that right there is Dot, my 80-pound rescue puppy. And she's going to chew for just a moment as I'm going to navigate my way back over here for this brief daily message of hope. And I hope and pray you're in a good place today on this Friday, the end of the work week. And it's exciting for some people, and it's depressing for others. And I want to just say a minute about that. Talk for just a moment. I was having a song through my mind this morning that Paul McCartney wrote in I think 1966 called "Here, There, and Everywhere." It's a beautiful song, a love song that Paul wrote for his girlfriend at the time in 1966. And it has a wonderfully uplifting melody to it and a nice, smooth, easy chord progression that leaves you with warm feelings inside about a love that is here, there, and everywhere. And so some people can't hear that. You know, I was thinking today about how some of the most beautiful pieces of poetry, for example, have such horrible, depressing topics. John Keats, in the first line to Ode on a Grecian Urn, said, my heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock had I drunk. That drowsy numbness is what a lot of people are feeling today. People are isolated still. We're in the continuing coronavirus, COVID-19 crazy situation. Entire school districts here in Texas have shut down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area because of the spread of the Omicron virus. And there are students who are shell-shocked, parents who are shell-shocked. It's almost as though PTSD has seized the world, and people are gravitating downward, unfortunately, to a state of despair. And despair comes when hope starts to fade. And that's a scary thing. You know, in my studies of psychology in my graduate courses, I've learned that you can't really talk yourself out of being depressed or in despair. You've got to have a strategy to try to manage it. And I've come up with just some simple things that I've passed on to people. If you are feeling paralyzed because it's a crazy world out there and it's scary, or maybe your children are feeling this way, there's some things you can do. And of course, the first and most important thing is to recognize that you're not alone in this. Now, it's easy to say that. I'm not alone, I'm not alone. But when you're isolating, it does no good to keep stating the obvious. So the best thing to do, really, is I always recommend get up. If you're sitting down, lying down, get up. Second thing is get out. Even walk out on the porch if you can. If the weather's bad, don't stay out there very long. But get up and get out. And then the third thing is to talk to someone. Express the way you're feeling. And if you don't have anyone, dial one of the helplines, the counseling helplines, and talk to someone. Now, that's the third thing to do. The fourth thing is to find a community, a fellowship that you can gather with. And there are groups that are meeting to help discuss these feelings of despair. If you have been like many people and you have turned to alcohol or drugs, find a 12-step group. Find people who know exactly what you're going through and are not going to judge you. Find a faith community. They're not going to judge you either. Not the true, legitimate faith communities that realize that we're all broken and need the help of the Lord. And don't remain isolated. And of course, the last thing, Dot's trying to get my attention here. She has already eaten her bone. Recognize that the Lord is with you and that He loves you. Don't let despair take you all the way down. We have dogs and puppies who do things like that for us. But you're not alone. God's love is with you here, there, and everywhere. Turn to Him today if you need to. He's right there with you, and know that He loves you. You have a blessed day today, and God willing, I will see you right here again tomorrow.